They say that the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. But what happens when the pack rejects you? When you don't fit the mold? This is the story of Kai, a wolf born different, smaller, weaker, and marked by a scar across his face. A souvenir from trying to prove he belonged. Only the strong survive in this forest, the alpha growled, leaving Kai behind in the snow. He was exiled, not for something he did, but for who he was. A weak link, a burden. That night, the cold bit deep into his bones, but the feeling of total isolation was far colder than the winter wind. When you are alone, you have no room for error. Brute force was no longer an option for Kai, so he had to find a different weapon. He stopped trying to be like everyone else. He started using what he had, his mind. He watched how the fox avoided traps. He saw how the raven found food from above. He learned to read the tracks that others ignored. His scar wasn't a mark of shame anymore. It was a reminder, do not make the same mistakes twice. Power isn't about suppressing others. It's about uniting them. Slowly, others began to gather around Kai, those the forest had also given up on. An old, limping dog, a wounded hawk. They weren't perfect fighters, but together they became something more. Kai realized a truth the old alpha never could. A true leader isn't the one who is the loudest. A leader is the one who sees value in everyone. Seasons changed, and fate brought them together again. Kai's old pack was trapped in a canyon, cornered by a sudden rock slide. The alpha's brute strength was useless against the weight of the mountain. Panic set in, but then, on the ridge above, Kai appeared. He could have walked away. He could have enjoyed his revenge. Instead, he looked down and made a leader's choice. He didn't fight for the title of alpha. He simply howled, signaling a hidden path he had discovered during his exile. The old pack followed him to safety. That day, no blood was shed. The old law of survival of the strongest died. And a new law was born, survival of the wisest. The one they drove away with stones became the cornerstone of their survival. Maybe you have a scar of your own. Maybe you've been told you don't fit in, that you aren't good enough, or that you don't meet the standards. Remember this, your differences are not your weakness. They are your advantage that you haven't learned to use yet. Don't try to be like them. Be yourself. And your true pack will find you. This is important steps. Subscribe if you are ready to take yours.